Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. I have things to say, obviously. I don't really know where to start is the question. So I just wanted to talk to you about this journey that I've been on lately. I started a no sugar diet a couple months ago, and I started it because of my gut health. So I cut out sugar, I cut out rice, I cut out pasta, I cut out all practically most carbs, like most actual in your face carbs. Obviously you still got vegetables in there and vegetables still have carbs in them, but I cut out a lot of like the main carbs that we have, and the only thing that I was having at the start was sweet potatoes, and I still have sweet potatoes here and there, but for the most part I don't have sweet potatoes anymore. But I want to talk to you guys about like the journey, because it's 2 days. I've got 2 days left until I'm done with it. I started in July because I had really bad gut. Like, my gut health is so terrible. I'm constantly in pain. Like, I was constantly in pain. I was uncomfortable all the time, and I knew that it was because I was eating so much carbs. Like, my diet was heavy when it comes to like bread and like rice and pasta, because those were like the main three things. I remember at some point I was saying to myself, like, do you ever eat anything else apart from rice and pasta? Like, I was literally all bread and pasta mostly. I had to cut it out a little bit, and I went on TikTok and I was seeing a lot of people talk about cutting out bread, cutting out like, you know, processed foods and sugar, and a lot of the times we were cutting out rice and going really low carb. So practically like a keto diet, but you don't still have certain things. Like, I can't go out and buy keto bread or keto rice or keto pasta. And it was really like, it was so interesting to see at first, and then I said I was gonna try it. I did try it, and for the first month I felt so much better. Like, I felt so much better. I felt so much more comfortable. I was just feeling like I wasn't going through the day in pain anymore. I wasn't crashing anymore, like, because usually like after eating you get the itis and you just want to sleep, but I was not getting any of that anymore. I was feeling fine during the day. Like, I was so energized. Like, at first it was so hard, don't get me twisted. Like, at first it was so really like, it was really hard because I was struggling to like get energy. Like, I was feeling so weak. Sometimes I would get headaches, but after that initial struggle, it got better and everything was so nice, and I was feeling so like, you know, energetic, and I was like loving it. Do you get what I mean? I started to challenge myself, and I said, you know what, let me do another month. And then another month came. I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it for 3 months and stop. And then 3 months came, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it to the end of the year. Let's just do it 6 months, get it done. I like the fact that I did it because it showed me a lot of things. It taught me a lot of things. It taught me discipline. I used to lack discipline when it came to food. Obviously, I suffered with certain issues with foods as well that we're not going to get into today. It definitely helps me get a little bit more disciplined with food and every other part of my life. And when I tell people like, this thing has changed my life in a way that I am now a different person, and I now do certain things, I'm more motivated, and I'm more this and I'm more that, and everyone's like, it can't be the diet though, like, it could be something else. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's the diet. The diet literally changed my life, because I started waking up at 5 a.m. to say I want to go to the gym. At some point I started to see results when it came to my body, like when it came to my weight. And then I said, you know what, this could actually be a way for me to lose weight as well. So it's like I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And I started doing it, and then I started waking up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, because I suffered really bad from anxiety, and being that anxious I couldn't go into the gym at a normal time and see all these people. It would have intimidated me a bit too much. Do you get what I mean? And then from that I started taking my life seriously, in terms of like getting my 10k steps, in terms of like fixing my mental health, in terms of choosing what's right for me, in terms of cutting people off that were not supposed to be in my life, because I was making better choices with my life. I was making better choices with myself. And you know the thing when people tell you to respect your body, and you sticking to the plan is you respecting yourself, and is you showing yourself that you should trust yourself, is you showing yourself that you care about yourself. If I care about my body in a way that I'm healing it by eating a certain way, and if I care about my body enough that I'm healing it by going to the gym, by doing certain things, then why do I still have certain people in my life? Or why am I still surrounded by certain people? Why do I still do certain things? Why do I still party when I don't want to party, when I don't like partying, when partying isn't something that I enjoy, it's not something that fuels me in any way? Why do I do it? Then I started making different choices in my life, and it definitely did change my life, this diet, it did. I want to quickly talk about certain things, like some of the challenges that I've faced in this. This diet is very difficult. It's not for the weak-minded, if I am being so honest. I feel like if I had something like bread or rice or pasta, I think I would be fine. I don't necessarily miss chocolate. I don't miss sweet treats and all of that stuff. Obviously, I'm a dessert babe, so I definitely sometimes do miss some certain desserts, but I kind of use like my Greek yogurt bowl as my dessert now. But the thing is, it's really difficult when, like, I'm Nigerian, and we eat a lot of rice, like we eat a lot of carbs, like we're very heavy carbs people, like we eat carbs, and it's like not having that type of thing, not being able to go out to eat and trying to stick to the challenge, because I'm trying to build myself, I'm trying to build my trust with myself by saying I'm going to do something and I'm going to do it, especially during Christmas time. And I went over to my cousins and we were all eating and stuff like that, but I couldn't eat what they were eating, and I was just eating like the meat there and like the turkey, and I didn't want to eat that. I really would have liked some fried rice or some jollof rice, but I couldn't do it because I made a promise to myself and I was going to stick with it. So it's really, really challenging, like it's really hard. And then there's some times where I get so low and I'm so down and I'm so bothered, and it's like I just want to eat, I just want to binge. The only snack that I could have during this journey has been cashews, and I've just been snacking on a lot of different types of nuts and stuff. I tend to binge on those, which means that it's harder for me to stick with my deficit as well, because I am on a calorie deficit, and it's a lot harder to stick to the deficit. So I am like binging and unbinging and then going back and then doing it. Like I stuck to it for 2 months and I saw so much growth during that 2 months, but it was really hard for me. And it was really like, sometimes I was just feeling so unmotivated. Like even right now, as I'm getting closer to the end, like it's getting harder for some reason, and it's just so hard to just stick to this thing and not be like having the freedom to be able to eat something. Do you get what I mean? The good things about this diet are definitely really good. Like I feel so much better every day. I'm energized. Like I don't feel the need to take a nap 24/7. And I wake up at 5 a.m. deep it. Like I don't feel the need to take a nap 24/7. I am constantly active. I eat and I don't feel any different. I eat and I don't feel like I want to crash. I eat and I can move after. Half the time I'm not overeating. I'm not fully like, doing too much. And I'm not going to sit here and say that my gut health is completely perfect and it's great and I don't feel any pain anymore. But at the same time, it's like, it's not what it used to be. Like I'm a lot more comfortable. Like I can sit down and enjoy my day a lot better because I'm not feeling too stuffed, and I'm not feeling like I can't eat. Because one thing about bloating is that sometimes it gets so much that you can't eat because you just feel full and you just feel so bloated. You just feel so like, ugh, like you just feel disgusting, honestly. Like sometimes I can't even go outside. I can't wear certain things that I want to wear because I'm bloating 24/7. And some days I still have like that, but for the most part, like I definitely do feel better. Now, am I going to introduce like these things back into my life? Am I going to start eating sugar again? Am I going to start eating heavy bread, heavy rice, heavy, I don't know, sweets and drinks and all of that stuff? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. I don't really miss the chocolate, like I said. I'm a chocolate babe. Like I love chocolate. Like I really like chocolate, and sometimes I do crave chocolate, but I don't miss it. It's not something that I would ever go back to. And I remember that during those times where I was like not healthy, I guess, I was eating a lot of chocolate, but I was also the type that if I had snacks in my room, I wouldn't touch it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now that I know that I can't have certain things, that's why I feel like I binge on cashews a lot more, because I'm just binging and binging and binging because I'm like, oh my god, I'm restricting myself. So I wouldn't advise anyone to restrict themselves on this diet. I wouldn't advise anyone to go on this diet. I've had people come to me saying that, oh my god, you've seen so much weight loss from this. I want to do exactly the same thing that you've done. But I wouldn't advise anyone to do this. I would completely kick against it because it's very challenging for your mind. The struggles that you face in your mind is really hard to do it. Also, when you restrict yourself, you tend to binge. Like I said, I've binged and binged and binged on cashews. I've gone off, gone on, gone off, gone off, gone on, gone off, and it's been really hard trying to keep on track. And I wouldn't advise it, because you shouldn't cut out a specific group of food because you want to lose weight. Like you shouldn't cut out anything because you're trying to lose weight. You shouldn't cut out anything because you want to get slimmer. All I'm saying is hit the gym, get your protein in, get your fats in, get your carbs in, and hit the gym. Literally, that's all you really need. Like, track your macros in general, track everything together, and eat a balance of things. Eat the right amount of protein, eat the right amount of carbs, eat the right amount of fat, but do not cut out anything from your diet. At the end of the day, you need carbs for energy. And don't get me wrong, I've gotten to the point where I can go into the gym and I'm fine and I don't need anything. That I go into the gym fasted half the time, but at the same time I do notice that when I even eat sweet potatoes the night before in comparison to when I don't, I do feel different. I don't really know if that really does do anything, but that's how I feel. Like, I do feel a lot more energized. Well, I was gonna pick up this camera and speak one time, like I think this was like a couple weeks ago, where I was gonna speak about it, but I wanted to delay it for a bit up until like I was done with it. But I thought like today will be the perfect opportunity to actually talk about it. It's been really hard. Like, it's been so hard. I'm going to be so honest. Like, it's been difficult. Like, when I tell you, some serious mental training, and I feel like that's why I stuck to it. Obviously, at some point after, I think about the first month, and I was hearing people saying, oh my god, I see a little bit of change. I feel like I see some changes in you a little bit. It kind of like motivated me to carry on for like weight loss. But after a while, I saw that it wasn't the right mindset to have, and I had to switch my mindset, and it just became a thing where it was for my gut. I completely removed weight loss out of the picture, and I started focusing more on the gym. When the gym came about, it kind of made it easier for me as well. Started focusing more on the gym and focusing more on being in a calorie deficit, because regardless, like, whether or not you're eating fats and protein, or you're eating heavy carbs and protein, whatever it is, if you're not in a deficit, you're not going to lose weight regardless. Like, it doesn't really matter what diet that you're on. It's just be in a deficit and you will see your changes. Like, some people lose weight faster than others, some people lose weight quicker than others. It's just been about being in the deficit. When I started focusing on the deficit, I started feeling a lot better, and then I switched my mindset into do it for your gut until I find a more permanent solution for my gut, honestly, because these GPs don't really be caring about women's health, and they always blame everything on your period or the fact that you're just a woman, everything is normal. Because trust me guys, I have tried everything during this time. Like, I've tried everything. So if anyone has any suggestions for me, I would appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, like I said before, this diet has definitely helped my gut health a little bit, like a lot bit actually, but at the same time I still face these problems here and there. So I'm looking for a more permanent solution. So I decided to stick to it until I found a more permanent solution. I decided to stick to it because I made a promise to myself and I wanted to finish what I started. I wanted to challenge myself, because lately I've just been putting myself through challenges. Like, I literally would call my friend and I'll be like, oh, by the way, I'm on another challenge because this is what I want to do now. I'm constantly finding different ways to challenge myself, but just because I want to challenge myself, not because I want to lose weight, not because I'm trying to find some crazy way to get rid of this weight fast. Like, it's nothing like that. I have realized the beauty in a journey, in actually working for something and taking your time to actually work for it, because these things last a lot longer. When you try to quick everything, you're going to quick lose everything. So I'm really enjoying this process about taking my time, meeting different people, like meeting people in the gym, hearing about different people's stories. Like, I'm at a point where someone else wants to be at, and someone else is at a point where I want to be at. Are we ever really comfortable? Are we ever really satisfied? No one is actually ever really satisfied when you think about it. So understanding that and being around that energy, being around those people that like seeing different things, like seeing different people's journeys as well, it has been helping me a lot, because I'm just like, I know that I'm gonna get there and I'm probably still gonna want more, like, at the end of the day. So I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna take it in, and I'm gonna do it the safe, healthy, sustainable way, whereby I can actually keep this on, and whereby once I get to the point where I want to be, I can sustain it and I can keep it like that way, and I don't have to go back to the point where I am overeating or where I am doing certain unhealthy things just to be a certain way. Do you know what I mean? It's been really fun, but it's been really difficult at the same time. Like, I've been through it and I was literally saying I've been through it so much that I was saying the other day, was it the other day? No, I was saying it yesterday, even today, that I would never go on a cut, on a bolt, nothing like that again. Like, after I'm done with this deficit and I get to the weight that I want to get to, this is not something that I want to do again, because the calorie deficit is it's really difficult. It's hard. It's really, really difficult, honestly. But I feel like the no sugar thing is definitely something that I would keep in my life, because I feel like it's a very good way of living, like removing processed foods and like refined sugars and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to improve and include rice and bread and pasta here and there as well. It's not something I plan to be so strict about, but you know, it's been really fun. It's been really hard at the same time. I've been loving it. My advice for anyone that's watching is stay in a calorie deficit. You're going to lose weight. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't go on one diet for another, to another, for another, to another. If you want to challenge yourself, I think it's a good idea. I don't know, it kind of makes you stronger, because by doing the thing that you don't want to do, if you fix that part of your brain, and it's like you just constantly there's nothing, like I say to everyone, there's nothing I feel like I can't do right now, because I've done something that I think was so hard for me, which is going to the gym, which is eating this way. I never thought I would ever be in this situation in my entire life. Like, I did not think by the end of the year, like I did not think I would be here, honestly. Like, do you get what I mean? So if you want to challenge yourself, I think it's really cool to challenge yourself, but just know when to take a break, like know when to stop. That's what I'm saying. Also, know when to increase your calories. When you feel too weak, you shouldn't be eating too low when you're feeling weak, because like I said, I'm still in a deficit, but I'm still in a safe and sustainable deficit. I am still doing what I'm supposed to doing. If I feel weak and I feel faint, I'm gonna eat more. We're not trying to faint. We're not trying to pass out. We're not trying to collapse. Please guys, like, let's keep it safe. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe if you want me to touch on anything, because I understand that this video was a little bit vague. I kind of touched on certain topics, but I didn't really go too deep into them. If there's anything that you want me to touch upon, if there's anything that you want me to go deeper into, please let me know and I will get that done. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.